Hi guys, another little video for you here. More on the overview side of things and a bit different to most of the things I upload on YouTube, but I thought it might be helpful and actually interesting to people. So given the amount of music I upload onto YouTube, whether that be original tracks, remixes or other tracks on Blanco y Negro, that's a lot of tracks to monitor. And there's no point uploading videos, forgetting about them, a couple of days later uploading another one, forgetting about it, because you don't know how you're doing, you don't know what's working, what isn't. So you really need to monitor the data. Obviously YouTube has something called YouTube Studio, gives you brilliant kind of insights into how your videos are doing, etc. But for me personally, I just wanted one place that pulls in all of the info and highlights to me what's doing well, what isn't doing well, how many subscribers I've got, completely external to YouTube, because it also encompasses Mixcloud and Spotify as well. I couldn't find any tool to do that off the shelf, as it were. So being a web developer by trade, I built my own relatively simple dashboard, which displays view count, follower count, etc, etc. So I just thought I'd show you it today. This is going to highlight a lot of numbers that relate to Sound of Faz across various platforms. But it's all publicly available info, so there's no secrets here. So I'll show you. So this is it. In summary, anything that's red and white is basically YouTube. So that's that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. These three are slightly different, which I'll explain. So this pulls in the subscriber count. So currently I have 770 subscribers on YouTube. As someone subscribes, that will automatically update on this site. I don't need to manually touch it. Again, this shows all of the videos, all of the views across every video. 394,000, that's a lot. 106 is the number of videos on the channel. So that's basic kind of data right there, which is really helpful. This one especially. So this is more detailed, where I basically have most of the tracks that I want to monitor are separated into playlists on YouTube, because what I can then do is target that playlist. So for example, I have a playlist called Originals, so I can then pull the data in from the Originals playlist. And as you can see, title, views, even the number of likes you get on there. If you look at the Originals, obviously they're quite low numbers. And the reason for that is the distributor I use for putting music online, specifically on YouTube, is a bit naff when it comes to being able to edit it. So you can't, even once it's uploaded to YouTube, it goes on as a slightly different video type. So I can't then go in and edit the description, edit the thumbnail, things like that. So I can do very little in terms of that, which helps people find it. That's why the numbers are low. So going forward, I'm going to stop doing that with that distributor and just upload directly to YouTube certain tracks. So they're the Originals. Remixes, that's another playlist. So as you can see, most of the ones you've probably heard. Samuel Sim The Bay, 68,000 on that, which is great. Fuel to Fire theme remix, 27.5, brilliant, and so on and so on. Worth noting, these aren't all my videos on my channel. These are just the latest ones that I'm monitoring. Obviously, things I've uploaded years ago tend to just fade out and disappear, so I don't really need to monitor those. Although, funnily enough, my remix of Dennis Waterman's I Could Be So Good For You seems to have picked up recently. I don't know why, but that's kind of rising slowly, so I might add that to this list. Blanco y Negro, there are all the releases so far on Blanco y Negro, with the number of views and with the likes. So again, just helpful data at the drop of a hat to see. So going up here, obviously this is Spotify. Spotify's doesn't really offer much data. So all you can really pull is the number of followers. So you can't really get a detailed breakdown per track of how many people are listening and so on, which is a shame. But for me, YouTube is the main thing anyway. Spotify is almost a secondary platform. It just goes on there by default. I don't really market Spotify as such. So it's just a helpful number. Mixcloud, again, it has an API, but it doesn't give any data really, other than data on mixes, uploads, DJ sets. So you could populate a website, for example, automatically with your shows from your Mixcloud page. In fact, anyone's shows don't have to be yours. But in terms of just getting the number of followers, it's impossible because they don't offer that data. So all I've got here is a simple embed widget that they offer. basically to attract people to follow. Obviously, I don't need to follow myself, but it just happens to have the number of followers, so it's helpful to have. Then here we have a simple chart, donut chart it's called, using Charts.js, which is a great script for just turning data into line charts, bar charts, pie charts, etc., etc. This is a simple visual, just pointing out that I have the percentage of YouTube to Spotify is clearly a lot bigger. These are all YouTube, the green one Spotify. That will always be the case, to be honest. I'll probably change this at some point because it's just telling me what I already know, but it just fills this gap. So this is basically an overview, my daily Bible of what I look at. So I just monitor this constantly, see what's working, see what isn't working. Now it's worth noting, I mentioned API there. So basically an API is something that a company offer that allows a developer to hook into and pull data out into mobile apps, web applications, or in this case a dashboard. So all of this here is using the YouTube API. So once you kind of create an API key and you enable the YouTube API, you then have you can then write the code to actually pull in the various numbers. Spotify again has an API, but like I said, it only really offers number of followers. It doesn't offer any other data. That's unfortunately completely down to the platform. We can't do anything about that. It's just what they offer. Maybe one day they'll offer more, but for now they don't. Mixcloud, like I said as well, they don't offer any data whatsoever on artists or DJs, so I just had to make do with that really. So that's it. Just a very brief summary of something I use to monitor all the videos, because if I didn't have this, I mean, it's not something I can manually monitor. It will be an impossibility. I have, 100 odd videos on there. So this is just something I check on a regular basis just to keep on top of how things are going and what I'm up to. So, little helpful video for you. Told you it'd be short, but might be interesting to someone. Hope you enjoyed it. And the next video is likely going to be another overview related to either a remix or a mashup. I'll wait and see. But I will see you next time.